Welcome students. Today we will study reproductive health part 5th. In this we will deal with infertility and assisted reproductive technologies. So what is infertility? It is the inability to produce children in spite of unprotected sexual cohabitation by a couple. So if a couple or a male and a female, in spite of sexual reproduction without using any contraceptive method, they are unable to produce a child or they are childless, then they are called infertile. So a large number of people all over the world, including India, are infertile. So many people across the world are infertile. They are childless. Reason for infertility. So what could be the reason? Physical. So physical means there is some deformity in the sex organs like the testes or ovaries. Congenital means there is some abnormality from birth in their body. Diseases. So like due to sexually transmitted diseases, the formation of gametes cannot take place. Due to the use of some drugs, their side effects, they are unable to produce gametes or the fusion is prevented. Immunological means their immune system or defense system is not working properly. Or psychological means mental, due to their mind. So their brain is not working properly. In India, often the female is blamed for the couple being childless. So in India mostly we know that female is blamed. The mother is blamed for being childless. But this is not correct, because we know that the male, sometimes what happens that the male is also not producing sperms. So we should not always blame a mother. Now infertility clinics. So there are some special clinics which have been set up to help in diagnosis and corrective treatment of some of these disorders. So in these clinics, first there is detection of the deformity, and then they are given certain treatment to cure the disease. If corrections are not possible, then the couple are assisted to have children through certain techniques. So if there is no chance of any correction, then they can have children through the use of some techniques which are called assisted reproductive technologies. So what are these technologies? The first is IVF or in vitro fertilization. So it is the fertilization outside the body. So it takes place outside the body of parents in similar condition as in body. So it takes place inside the lab. In a lab, it is done in a test tube or apparatus. Then when fertilization takes place, the embryo is transferred inside the mother body, which is called embryo transfer. So it takes place outside the body of parents. That's why it is also called test tube baby program. Now the ova or egg from the wife or a donor female and the sperms from the husband or a donor male, they are collected. So both the gametes are collected and they are induced, means they are given certain conditions so that they fuse and form a zygote in the laboratory. So the conditions are provided similar to the mother body. So zygote is formed outside body in a test tube. Then the zygote, it divides. We know that cleavage takes place. The zygote with up to 8 blastomeres, it is transferred into fallopian tube. So when the zygote reaches 8 blastomere, it is transferred to fallopian tube. This procedure is called ZIFT. means zygote intrafallopian transfer, because it is transferred in the fallopian tube. If the embryo is with more than 8 blastomere, so if the number of blastomere is more than 8, it is transferred to the uterus. So at a later stage, if the embryo is more than 8 blastomere, it will be transferred into uterus. It is called IUT, or intrauterine transfer. So these two steps may be done depending on the number of blastomeres, and their complete further development takes place in the mother body. Here we can see in vitro fertilization. So the egg is taken from mother, then the sperms are taken and both are fused, then zygote is formed, and this zygote, when up to 8 blastomere, it is transplanted into the, we can see, into the uterus using a cannula, an apparatus. So it is transferred into the female body, which is called embryo transfer. And just now we saw that if it is less than 8 blastomere or up to 8, it is transferred into the fallopian tube, and if it is more than 8, then it is transferred into the uterus. In vivo fertilization. So it is another method. In this, embryo is formed by fusion of gametes within the female. So in this, the gametes are fused within the female body. It is transferred into female who cannot conceive. So this method is used in female who cannot conceive or who does not have the environment for fertilization. GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. So in this, transfer of an ovum collected from a donor. So ovum is collected from a donor female and it is transferred into fallopian tube of another female who cannot produce one, but she can provide suitable environment for fertilization and further development. So ovum is collected from a donor mother into the female who wants a child, and the ovum is transplanted into the fallopian tube, and then fertilization will take place. So it is done in those females who cannot produce ovum but have environment for fertilization. Now what is the difference between in vivo and in vitro fertilization? So in vivo, it is the experiment that is performed on living organism, means human being or laboratory animal, and in vitro means it is performed in lab in a dish or a test tube. So just now we saw in vitro fertilization or test tube baby program, and in vivo means inside the mother. So this is the difference in the terms. Here we can see GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. So we can see that the gamete is transferred into the fallopian tube of mother using this instrument. So this is the gamete which is being transferred into fallopian tube. The apparatus is called a catheter, which is used to transfer the gamete into the site. ICSI, it is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. In this, the sperm is directly injected into the ovum of mother to form embryo in laboratory. So in this, what happens? The sperm is directly injected into the egg of mother to form embryo in lab. Artificial insemination, it is done in cases where male partner is unable to inseminate the female. So when the male partner is unable to release the particular amount of semen inside the female tract, or due to very low sperm count in ejaculates, or if he has very low number of sperms. The semen is collected either from the husband or a healthy donor male and is artificially introduced either into the vagina or uterus of female. So if it is inserted inside the uterus, it is called intrauterine insemination. So in this, the semen is collected and it is introduced inside the vagina or uterus of a female. Here we can see intracytoplasmic sperm injection. This is the egg and the sperm is directly being injected inside the egg. And this is artificial insemination. A catheter is used and sperm is directly introduced. We can see fertilization is taking place inside the uterus. The sperm is introduced in the uterus and then fertilization will take place at the proper site. Means the junction of ampulla and isthmus. Now all these techniques require extremely high precision handling by specialized professionals and expensive instrumentation. So we can see that all these techniques are very precise or accurate. So they need very expert people and that's why they are very expensive. So they are available only in a few cities in India. And also the emotional means the feelings are related to the child. There are certain religious sentiments and social factors which also prevent using these methods. So these methods, though available, are not very popular because they are expensive and due to certain factors like social factors. The best way, so what will be the best way? It is adoption of orphans and destitute children. So the government of India, it also recognizes that people should adopt. By law, they should take the children which are orphans, which do not have parents and which are destitute. They do not have any homes. So this is the best way for couples who are childless. So we can see government of India has started program Discover Parenthood, Adopt a Child by Ministry of Women and Child Development. And there are certain methods. There is a site by which a person can adopt children. Okay children, thanks.